And welcome one, welcome all. Game 3 of the UNO Quad right here at Tall Anderson Field here in Omaha. That's right, we have jumped across the border as we are at the home of the Omaha Mavericks. Tall Anderson Field here, a beautiful backdrop for our Class 4A battle here today in Game 3. It's been a fun one through 2 games so far. It started off with West Des Moines Valley taking on Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln, and they went the distance there as the Tigers captured the opening win, and then they added with another win in walk-off fashion. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. A stinging single ends up capping off what is a 4-run 7th for the Tigers, and they capture 2 wins and leave the UNO Quad unblemished on the day. And that's where we've been so far, and now we have a matchup here. 2 teams battling it out here in Sioux City East and Ames. And as we take a look at the series so far, this is a game that hasn't happened very often. It's only happened 5 times, and it has been Ames to lead the all-time series, including their last battle in 2019. We'll look to see who ends up coming out on top here. This is a series in which 3 times, actually every single game, I take that back, every single game in this series has had 10 runs or more scored. In 3 of those, one singular team has accounted for 10 or more runs. And so you've been getting close to 20 runs in 3 of the 5 games. And again, this is a series that dates all the way back to 2014. As we get coaches up there, let's go ahead and enough about talking about the teams. Let's talk about some of the players that will be impactful in today's game. And we will start here with Ames High. It starts with Jackson Kepley. He is headed to Kirkwood following his time here, but wow, is he making a huge splash this year. 79 total bases, 37 runs driven in, 478 on the average. And then there's Cullen Smith hitting for average and power, and also a heck of a thief. 21 walks, I should say, on the year, 22 stolen bases, and he has 32 RBIs. He's headed to Coach, my favorite Twitter coach in the world, Coach Stindewin, Coach Schulte, and Southeastern following his time here. Eric Anderson will be headed to Augustana following his time, but he is also a guy to take a note for. 37 total bases on the year, 29 runs batted in. And of course, we go back on over to Sioux City East, and the Black Raiders have some powerhouses of their own, including 90 total base earner coming into today's doubleheader. Cal Jepson headed to Western Kentucky with Coach Raridan, former Iowa Western Reaver head coach. And Bodie Calling, before he heads to Kirkwood, he is going to continue on what has been a stellar season. He is the all-time leader in wins across Sioux City East baseball. He right now is also doing pretty good with the bat. 417 average, 39 total bases. And then, of course, we mentioned the Sioux City North transfer in Cal Chamberlain. Boy, has he had a year, not just with throwing the ball on the mound. He's had 52 strikeouts and added 4 more here today, 56 overall. But he is also quite the thief himself, one of the leaders with 24 stolen bases on the year. He has a 3.98 average, which we saw in full force and then some. And of course, he also well above 300 with his average on the season. And again, that is your look at players to watch, brought to you by, as we bring you on back, that is brought to you by Insulites. Hey guys, I I can't say enough. It's almost tongue-tied here. You have to go out and get Insulites if you have an electric fence. You don't need to shock yourself to test if your fence is working anymore. You don't need to add any bulky equipment or ground anything. Just pick onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right on through it, and voila, that's it. Because it goes with the pulse of the fence. You don't need to do anything else with it. You can find out if your fence is hot or where a break may be occurring in your fence. It is truly that easy. All you need to do is head on over to insulites.com today. Get there and let us know. Of course, they have great customer service and beyond. They'll get it out to you as soon as humanly possible. And it's all up to you, man. You got to go ahead and check them out today at insulites.com. All right, we continue to roll on. Let's take a look at the lineups here for both of these teams. We'll start with the with the visiting team, or the home team, I should say. Man, I got to get this one cleared. The home team on the scoreboard, Sioux City East. It starts with Cal Jepson, and they're going to be doing the duties here at shortstop. Kason Claiborne will be at first. Callan Koch will be in the number 3 hole at second, followed by Logan Churkus behind the plate. Bodie Calling will be doing the duties pitching today. He'll be followed in the batting order by Cal Chamberlain in center field. Lincoln McCaffrey will be at third base at the hot corner. And then in the number 8 spot, the DH, Frankie Stoos. And Quentin Ashcraft will be rounding up the lineup here for Sioux City East. As we take a look at the lineup here for the Ames Little Cyclones, it look like this. Reed Schmall will be doing the duties behind the plate. He'll be leading off, followed by Austin Naper, and he'll be in left field. The pitcher, Jackson Kepley, we talked about him and what he's doing before he heads off to the collegiate level. He is pitching in today's contest. The cleanup spot will be manned by Colin Smith in center field. Kate Anderson will be at first, followed by Eric Anderson at third. Max Martin will be at second base, and Graydon Bancroft, the DH. And rounding out the lineup is Landon Doon at short. And going to go ahead and we'll take a quick break. We'll get the start of this game right around the corner. Don't go anywhere, right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and
welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to get started off here. And again, as a reminder here, taking a look at the lineup for Sioux City East as Cal Jepson will kick things off. And the Western Kentucky commit will kick things off, followed by Kason Claiborne. And Callan Koch will follow up in the number 3 spot. And we have 2 strikes already on the leadoff man in Jepson. And I talked to Coach Miller, and he talks about Jepson as going out there and taking an at-bat or so to really analyze the pitcher. As Kepley on the mound to analyze him, and it may look like he's going out there and may not look like much, but he's going out there and analyzing. He's going out there and figuring out the pitcher so that the following at bats are very, very productive. But I got to say, it is absolutely so cerebral and so cool to see a guy take on the mental side of the game like that. And he has drawn some patience here. He started with an 0-2 count, and boy, again, like Coach Miller talked about it, this is a guy that is not afraid of 2 strikes. He's willing to go out there. He has a great eye for the ball. That one shoots foul here as we are in the top half of inning number 1. The Sioux City East Black Raiders, they're kicking things off here after falling in a heartbreaking overtime, or not overtime, but 7th inning loss to West Des Moines Valley. Again, that happened as the Valley Tigers plated 4 in the final inning to poke across and scratch across what was, as that one might be coming. It could get it. No, I didn't. Again, the Valley Tigers came back down from 3 to win it with an RBI single from Plum in the final at-bat to poke them ahead and take down Sioux City East. And what a strikeout to start things off. Kepley with a heck of an arm, and he's putting it on full display already for the Ames Cyclones, 14-15 on the season. Looking to even up their record here. And Kepley picking up his 45th strikeout of the season as he sets down Jepson. And now Claiborne getting his chance. He had 1 for 4 day in game 1 as he drove in a run to give him 6 before the final inning. He thought about that, pulls it back 2-1 for the University of Minnesota football commit. Following his time here, he's going to be doing some graduating early here next year, and he's going to head off to Minnesota, and he's going to join the ranks of the Gopher football program. And I got to say, I do not want to be on the tail end of this guy. I'm glad he's he likes us on our side. Certainly, I do not want to be opposing him on the football field. That one, drew it all full, 3-2 now. One down here in the top of inning number 1, and that's the first base runner of the game as Claiborne will go ahead and draw the walk. That brings up Colin Coate to the plate, who was very impactful in game 1. He went 2 for 4, but those 2 hits equated to 2 runs. So 1-0 with the count here as we go into game number 3 of the 4-game slate. Ames goes ahead and takes on Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln in the next battle. That one is shot right side, and that will be a base hit. They're going to turn it into 2 as Claiborne will send his way all the way to third. And just like that, again, Coke with a heck of a game so far. He has 3 hits across the day. And right now, that puts runners on first and third here with 1 down. Logan Chirkus now stepping on up. He reached hit by pitch number 27 of the season in their first game played here today. And he is the national leader in hit by pitch. Again, when you're here at this point as a pitcher, man, you're how you got to play that game. Certainly, Coach Britsky talked about it as the batter. I mean, you're trying to get in their head just as much as anything else, as that was clearly a tactic to get Coke on over to second, and he stands there without a throw. But boy, was it is just something. As the pitcher, I mean, you think about it last second. Do you try and put some extra spin, extra oomph on it to avoid the bunt? Or do you just go out there and hope that it bounces your way? And, ultimately, Coach described it best. I mean, you got to go out there and trust in the process, trust in yourself. And I think that's exactly what both these teams are capable of. The 1-1 count here. Sioux City East, 32-2 on the season, throws back the bunt here, and the play at the plate is out. Claiborne with the dive, and a nice play by Krepley as he goes ahead and nails the runner at home. Great job by Schmall behind the plate as the tag team thwarts the effort for the first score of the game. Meanwhile, it does continue to put runners on the corners here. The exchange, there are two down. So now as Cherkas gets on with the fielder's choice, Bodie Collings stepping on up. Again, we know him as the all-time career wins leader for Sioux City East. On the mound, that one gets into the outfield grass, and just like that, it took one batter later before the Black Raiders go ahead and they claim the lead, the first lead of the game. It's 1-0 Black Raiders. So with two down, they have had some production here as Cal Chamberlain steps up to the plate. Chamberlain, as we talked about, a heck of a hitter in his own right as he looks at a 1-ball count. And that dialed in here outside for the strike. As we talked about, Sioux City East, unblemished. Their last loss came in the month of May. In fact, in all of June, they have not lost a single game leading up to this UNO Classic. And now with a 2-strike count, we got to protect here. There are two down and a chance to get out of it here for Ames. East scratched across one run already. And the pitch. That one sailed a bit too high. Again, Chamberlain, as you talked about, 398, nearly 400 on the season. A slugging mark of 523, OPS over 1,000. And he has 34 runs driven in on the season. And that was all before we got here to Tall Anderson Field. In the last game, Chamberlain added one more to that mix as he ended up picking up his 6th double of the season against Valley. And it was his 35th RBI. Right now, he's looking for 36. The pitch, and that one chopped out there to second. The play to first, and a quick throw. Nicely done. Hat flies off, but it comes in fashion as it ends the half inning and ends the threat. So with that, one run does cross here for Sioux City East. They hold the advantage after 1.5. It's now time for the bottom half to come on up, and Schmall, Neighbor, and Kepley do up here for Ames as we come back right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone, helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Bodie Calling doing the duties on the mound here for the Black Raiders of Sioux City East, the all-time career wins leader in Black Raider history, up on the mound. And we have seen some stellar pitching. And boy, Sioux City East, they throw out some of their biggest arms here as they continue to roll right along. Bodie Calling, 40 strikeouts on the year. Teams hitting just 163 against him. He has only allowed 4 earned runs on the year. And all of that done through 29 innings pitched. He is a perfect and unblemished 6-0. In fact, 6 pitchers make it 7 hurlers on the year are unblemished here for Sioux City East pitching in their record. Nobody with a loss up to this point. So here we go as we get rocking and rolling. Reed Small starting things off here for the Little Cyclones. A strong year on the campaign. He swings through that one. 348 average. He has driven in 25. He has 12 extra base hits on the season. Right now, Coling has him in a 0-2 hole. Here's the pitch. That one gets lifted out there, and that will be a single. That's a seeing eye single as it drops right in front of Ashcraft. And the leadoff batter here for Ames will get on. And the first hit for the Little Cyclones comes in the very first batter. And we will have a pitch runner to tell you about in number 25, Elliott Heights. And now Austin Neighbor getting his chance up at it. The junior, batting .292, has driven in 17, 21 total bases on the year. Runner on first, and there's the pitch, the bunt attempt. And we will get a throw over there to second. Will it be in time? And it will. It will. Small, a little bit hesitant there as he got a late break, and good job by Cherkis to make sure that he didn't let anything else distract him. Boy, that was an on-target throw, and it needed to be for the out. So far, we had some really good defensive plays for both teams, and we're not even through one inning. The 1-1 delivery here, and we go 2-1. Ames looking for win number 15 on the season. They come into action as that one set foul out of play. They come in from the Alliance Conference, the North's Division. They are right now third in the conference at 10-6 in conference, 14-15 overall. That one on a slow roller to Jepson, right near the grass he goes, and he'll get the running play for out number 1. That was actually a heck of a play and something that if you're going to go back, and I swear the shortstop play today has been amazing. You go back and watch some of this, it could be videos for lessons on how to play the position appropriately. That one gets lifted out there on the first pitch as Kepley will not take any time. He won't waste any time anyway, and he'll send that one in the outfield for hit number 2 for the Little Cyclones. So here we roll. It is the bottom half of inning number 1. 2 hits already for Sioux City. Good glove work and good arm work by Sioux City East. That one gets muscled out there, and that will be a hit, and we'll get a runner coming around at third. The dive and the throw not in time. East now watching themselves go from a lead, and it may turn a little differently here as Ames has put 2 on here in the bottom of inning number 1. So runners on the corners here as Kate Anderson steps on up to the plate. 3 hits in the inning here for the Little Cyclones. Coling averaging right about that per game, so he has been rather stingy with allowing hits. Ames getting to him a little bit here. That one sent out of play for strike 1. Nobody out. Already some action here for the Little Cyclones out of the Alliance Conference North Division. Again, 10 wins in conference, 14 and 15 overall. And that was a close one there. The shift here, a little bit of a shift defensively for Sioux City East. We've seen for most of this so far, most of this inning, we have Cal Jepson on or in the grass out there. Nice job by Cherkis behind the plate. Right now, it's a double play depth scenario here for for Sioux City East defensively. A 1-1 count. Sioux City East defensively in the position of a double play depth. That one, good catch back behind the plate. Cherkis, again, provides a lot of stability. Coach Miller also mentioned to me that it's good to have a stable presence back there. So as a pitcher, you don't have to worry about not giving your best effort every pitch. And he'll step off. Make sure those runners are close knit because this is a Cyclone team that can do some damage on the base pass, and we've seen it time again. Coach Steenhagen-led team will always have that. Runner is taken off to second. The throw is not going to be in time. Meanwhile, there was no advancement from third. Kepley stands on third. Smith with the stolen base. Mark stolen base number 91 on the season here for Ames. The 1-0 the pitch, and he gets him swinging through that one. Now mark it 3-2 in the count. Runners on runners in scoring position at second and third. And he got him on the outer edge. That is out number 3. And somehow, some way, Bodie Calling and company tight-roped out of danger there. Not a single run allowed, and it's still a 1-0 East lead when we come back after this. Inning number 2 right around the corner here on the IA Baseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from the home of Omaha Baseball, Mavericks Baseball. We're at Tall Anderson Field here at the UNO Quadrangular in Omaha, Nebraska. And it is now time As we get things rocking and rolling here, it's moving on here to, we move on to Lincoln McCaffrey up at the plate. Kepley on the mound as that one is shot there. A nice pickup almost gets him there. The throw is not in time. It's a safe call, and Sioux City East again starting things off, putting a runner in onto the base pass for the second straight inning. A legged out infield single, heck of a way to start off the bottom or top half of inning number 2. So a runner standing on first, and the pitch, Stuce, in his first at bat, will send that one flying back. Again, top of inning number 2. Here we are. 1 run from Sioux City East in the top of the first. That's what we've had so far. There have already been 5 hits in this one. So the pitchers, as strong as they have been getting hit around just a bit here in the early goings. Bunt attempt, pulled back. And he says enough of it, got enough of the bat anyway, called strike 2. And now that bunt attempt may be by the wayside. And here's the pitch. And he swings through that one. And that will be strikeout number 2 on the day here. Kepley with a good start. Again, the team's strikeout leader, unquestioned ace of this squad. He gets the second strikeout for him of the day, and now is up to the last in the lineup here, the number 9 spot in Quentin Ashcraft. And he'll fire on home. That one gets ripped out there. That one's finding some grass, and it will indeed. And with the speed at second, moving on over to third. Ashcraft with a heck of an at-bat there. It didn't take very long, but he sent that one into the right field gap. And he'll be standing on first, and that will put runners on first and third now, as McCaffrey stands 1 stride away from scoring run number 2. And that brings up a dangerous hitter, one of the most dangerous hitters across the state, batting .510 on the year. He had a strong game 1, hit by pitch single, and he also had 2 singles, I should say, in the game 1 battle. Also a stolen base in the mix there as well. Following his time here with Sioux City East, he'll be headed to Western Kentucky with Coach Raridan and the Hilltoppers. Right now, and that throw gets away. The pickoff attempt goes awry, and that puts 1 more on, and the runner heading on over to third. The play not in time, and just like that, Ashcraft goes from on first to third, and Sioux City East increases their lead. It's 2-0. An 0-1 count. Kepley having to get back at it here, and he does with a nice swing through there. Evades the bat of Cal Jepson. And coming in with a .510 record on the batting average for the year. 90 total bases. He's driven in 37, and he will not get the chance to go any further there. That is strike number 3, strike out number 3, as Kepley has set down Jepson twice via the strikeout. So with 2 down, now Kason Claiborne stepping on back up to the plate. His team already poking across 1 run here. He walked his first time up and takes a look at strike 1. Claiborne, 4 times he's left the ballpark here. 14 extra base hits overall on the season. Again, he walked in his first plate appearance and was shot down at home trying to come on a squeeze attempt. The 1-1 no go, and it draws it 2-1. Every year we get the chance. This is really kind of a cool time. It's where the postseason picture is starting to take place, and we get the chance to start winding down the regular season with really cool matchups like the one we have here, and of course, the Valley East matchup that we had in Game 2. That one gets lifted and driven out there into left center field. That will find the grass, and that will go all the way to the wall as it will bounce off. And that will be a standing double here for Kason Claiborne as he picks up his 15th extra base hit of the year. And in the process, he drives home run number 3 as the RBI double will make it a 3-0 Sioux City East lead early. And with that, that'll bring up Callan Koch back to the plate, singled in inning number 1. And the sun kind of peeking through the clouds a little bit here, still overcast skies. And boy, if you wanted a day to play, which is with not too much heat or humidity, I mean, this is it. That one gets shot right side, was a little too in front of that one, draws it even at 1-1. High and Tight is coming your way Sunday night / Monday morning. We get to recap the week that was, give a history lesson, and of course, give you the updated team and individual rankings. We're gonna pause a little bit on 3A, 4A, and let things kind of work out here just a little bit. And we're gonna extend those here another week. But we will have updated team rankings, which come your way courtesy of Demos. And that is swung through for strikeout number 4. Kepley is on a tear already. It may be a 3-0 deficit that the Cyclones face, but they got to be happy with their hurler on the mound. He continues to rock and roll. 4 strikeout innings so far, 4 strikeout performance for the senior, as we now head into another half inning of play. The bottom half of the second will come around, and when it does, it will be 6, 7, and 8 due up next.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So far, the game has played out like this. 1 run for the Black Raiders in the first, 2 in the second. They hold a 3-0 advantage here heading into the bottom of inning number 2. They have done so 4 hits to bring across those 3 runs. Meanwhile, Ames knocking on the door. They've had 3 hits, but haven't been able to push across a run yet. And we'll see how that progresses here from Tall Anderson Field here in Omaha, home of the Omaha Mavericks out of the Missouri Valley Conference. Bodie calling back up on the mound here for the Black Raiders.
Third baseman number 17, Eric Anderson.
And we go ahead and bring up Eric Anderson to the plate. The number 6 hole man here for the Ames Little Cyclones. Takes a look at strike one. The senior, 370 on the year, has driven in 29. And boy, that includes a heck of an effort with 23 singles. He has been a singles machine on the year. He's had 7 doubles, and he has only been hit by a pitch twice. He has also drawn 8 walks on the season. 0-2, calling, looking for a punch out, looking for the first of the game. That one will be sent high, and that will take its way out of a fence, and it'll bouncing back in. Never mind. But regardless, it goes for a long foul. Ames already with 3 hits through 1 inning. And that one easily laid off here for ball 1. Really appreciate everyone out there tuning in to the UNO Quad from Omaha, Nebraska. We hopped the border and are at a D1 facility that is 5 years fresh. And again, the first year that we got here, it wasn't even on Google Maps. So I thought that Coach Bretsky was sending me on a goose chase into the middle of a just grass field. The 2-2 delivery. That one catches the upper edge right around letter high. And that is strike 3. Strike out number 1 here for Bodie Calling.
Back to second base, number 26, Max Martin.
And Max Martin stepping on up here. Calling, picking up strikeout number 41 on the campaign. Martin stepping on up here for Ames as he shoots that one up the middle, and a second bounce, a generous one at that, gets out of the reach of Koch, and that will find its way into the outfield grass. Hit number 4 for the Little Cyclones. Boy, that one just had a little bit more oomph to it at the end there, and that spin caused it to get out of the reach. I don't know if that would have been a successful play on the back end, just because it was taking Koch all the way past the bag. So we're runner on first. Calling so far, both innings has had to work from the stretch. That one too far inside ball 1. 8 combined hits already. This is a series that has shown the propensity to go near 20 runs in a game. So not surprised that we're already sitting here with 8 combined hits, 3 runs. This has often been a shootout type of series. And Ames with the edge in the overall series. That one gets lifted right side, foul. And Ames lead the series 3-2, dating all the way back to 2014. And that includes the last time they played in 2019. That one sent foul out of play. Last time they battled, it was the closest of any of the games. It was a 6-5 winner here for the Little Cyclones. The 2-strike count, and that is called strike 3. They said he went, and they said it's strike 3 regardless. And that is back-to-back case here for Calling, who picks up strikeout number 42 on the season. Landon Dune now get the chance. The 9-hole man swings through that one and sends it back for strike 1. Sophomore season here for Dune. 333, has 4 total bases through 12 at-bats. And that one just a bit too far and away. Draw on the count at 1-1. Sioux City East Ames in the third game of this 4-game slate. Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln is going to take on Ames in the nightcap right around 6 o'clock. We'll see where that ends up. Right now, Sioux City East looking to avenge an earlier loss here today. And that's the get me over strike to even the count at 2-2. So with 2 down, all 2 out so far in the inning have come via the strikeout. That one is roped, and that will be into the outfield grass. And some station-to-station baseball work at play. Hit number 5 for the Little Cyclones. Comes out of the 9-hole. And now Schmall and the top of the Ames lineup right back at it. Small singled and later got thrown out trying to get to second. He's looking to add on and continue the hit train here. 5 hits already, and we're not out of the second inning yet. Two runners on. And the pitch. Off the end of the bat for strike 1. This is one of those facilities that is just fun to be at. And again, this really does mark the turning point for us, right? It marks the turning point that we're heading down the barrel of the end of the regular season, but we still get matchups like this that matter. And the pitch, that one, no go. Calling a perfect 6-0 on the year, looking to make it 7-0. A decision in almost every single start. That's the get me over strike to now unbalance the count, I should say, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch and capture it. Strike number 3. 3 strikeouts in the inning help to overcome a single here for Ames High, and Bodie Culling is rolling here. He now has 4 strikeouts on the game, and it is now time to head into the break as the Black Raiders will get their chance coming on up right after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
Sportsmanship means doing what's right, treating your opponent with respect, no matter the score.
The guy across from you works really hard to get to where he's at, so you should respect him, respect all the work he's put in.
It always goes back to the golden rule, treat people how you would like to be treated.
I'm sure if you play sports, you've been around people who are unkind during the sport, but it makes it better and when everybody's kind. You're out there playing a sport, you're out there to have fun. You can still want to win, but always be kind. Remember, that's a human.
Nothing you can say from the stands is going to change the call that they make on the field. No matter how hard you yell at them, they're going to stick with the call on the field. So it doesn't really help much. But what does help is encouraging your team when they're down, when the call doesn't go their way. Instead of yelling at the officials, try to help encourage your team and get them out of the funk that they're in and try and get them in the right direction.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the top half of inning number 3. It's coming your way courtesy of Demas Orthopedics in Ankeny, Urbandale, and West Des Moines. Great way to help out without the expensive surgery wait time, all that jazz. All you have to do is check them out today and help get you in the right track with more holistic than anything. They are a great partner to have, and check them out today at Demas online. Logan Churka swings through the first pitch he sees for an 0-1 count, and then he deposits that one in the outfield grass and an over-the-shoulder catch. What a play out there in center field by Smith. I think he felt it there. That was an over-the-shoulder catch that is worthy of a SportsCenter Top 10 nomination. As now that will go ahead and put one down here in the early going of the top half. And that will bring Bodie Culling and a pitcher-pitcher battle back to the plate. He singled home a run last time up. His squad finds themselves up by a 3-0 margin. Sayard back here as we go to 0-2. And the fire, that one captures it right about letter high. Culling set down for the first time here in this one. Third K against him in the doubleheader. That's strikeout number 5 on the day here for Kepley. As now Cal Chamberlain steps on up and takes ball 1. Already 2 quick down, the flyout and the strikeout. Chamberlain trying to get his first trip onto the base pass here in game 2. He went 2 for 3 in game 1 and also drove in an RBI in the process. Swings through the top of that one, evens it up now. Ames looking for win number 15 on the year. They're looking to add win number 4 all time against Sioux City East. Again, last time these two battled was 2019 in Ames with an upset victory 6-5. And that will be the 5-pitch walk that sends Chamberlain onto the base pass for the first time today. First time in game 2 as it brings up the third baseman in Lincoln McCaffrey. He singled back in the second, part of the 2-run second for the Black Raiders. So with a runner on, 2 down, and that one caught enough of the plate to be called strike 1. McCaffrey trying to plead his case just a little bit there. Kepley with the fire home. That one will be sent out there into left field. And some good play out there by Neighbor. Keeps it from going any more and the danger from getting any larger. But that doesn't mean that there's not danger on the base pass. As with Stews coming on up, 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Stews is 0 for 1 in this one. He did strike a double in game 1. So trying to make something work here with 2 down. We're already into the top of inning number 3. Sioux City with the lead. And that one is chopped on the wrong side of the chalk line. 1 run in the first, 2 in the second. Sioux City has jumped out to that 3-0 lead, although both teams with 5 hits apiece. That one's seared back here for strike 2. And on Tall Anderson Field, here, home of the Omaha Mavericks. Kepley with looking at second. He'll fire on home. That one is a sharp ground ball out there to second. A good pick and roll, and that will be out number 3. So despite some action, despite the threats here from Sioux City East, nothing scoring as Stoos grounds out to second. And that will be all she wrote for the top half of inning number 3. We'll now flip on over and we'll set our sights on the bottom half with Neighbor, Kepley, and Smith due up for Ames right after this.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We take a look at what has happened so far. 6 hits for the Black Raiders, pushing across 3 runs. 5 hits here for Ames. They have yet to get onto the scoreboard here. And they're going to start here with Austin Neighbor as he swings through that one for strike 1. So far, he is 0 for 1, a ground out victim his last time up. And Bowling with the throw is a little too high. We even things up here. Go 1 and 2 now. Colling looking for that out pitch there. He'll try again. And that one, a sharp grounder deep in the hole to Jepson. All the way across the field it goes in the diving attempt at first. A nice thought here by Neighbor, but he'll be set down on a heck of a play here. A strong throw from the Western Kentucky commit in Cal Jepson. So with the 6-3 put out at hand, Jackson Kepley, who singled on the first pitch he saw last time, he's stepping on up for the second time and takes ball 1. The 1-0 delivery, almost connected, but just short. 1-1. Again, Ames out of the Alliance Conference North Division. 14 total wins on the season. That one sliced back for strike 2. They've been on a roll, though, as of late. They have been winners in each of their last 5 games. So they have been victorious, including a 10-8 thriller over Dowling Catholic in their last battle. They also have 2 14-run games against Marshalltown and beat up on Waterloo East 14-4 and 19-8 before taking on Dowling Catholic and edging their way closer in that overall series. The 1-2, right up the middle and right into the outfield it goes. Chamberlain will have to grab that one on a knee. And hit number 6 as both teams sport half a dozen hits already on the game. The only difference here is that Sioux City East has turned it into 3 runs.
Center fielder number 27, Colin Smith.
So Colin Smith right back up at it. He singled his last time up. Part of a 3-hit first inning. And you take strike one. And both teams 6 hits on the day. And we are just getting into the bottom of the third, just one down. Both teams have been able to hit the ball frequently. And I can only imagine what will happen here as we go throughout the rest of this game. Again, the last time these two teams faced was 2019. 7 years ago, and it's been a lot has changed since then. We've had Ames go all the way to the state tournament final against Johnston, one win away from crowning themselves champion. That ball gets away, and what was going to be a stolen base attempt is just given as a free pass in a sense, as now Ames with a runner back into scoring position. Three-1 with the count. Number 4 home man, Cullen Smith, up at the plate. Kepley stands on second. And the pitch. A good swing. Try to capture him there, but couldn't come up with that. That one goes for strike number 2. Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln is on deck to face the Little Cyclones following this game. And the pitch. That one's a high chopper out there to second. A quick throw is what's needed, and the ball gets away. Meanwhile, the run does come home, and we will get one on the board here for the Little Cyclones. Koch's throw had to be quick, and it just didn't connect here with Claiborne. As it is now a 3-1 game, Ames on the board. So with the run coming on in, not a run, not an RBI. That one, though, gets lifted out there in the left center field. That will go all the way to the wall, and that will look to plate one as he's coming around to third and hustling on home the dive, and that is it. Ball gets away, and now we have another advancement here. Runner on third. Ames has now drawn this one within a 1-run deficit. Anderson with a heck of a strike here. So 2 runs here as Coling has a little bit of intensity happen here. Coach Miller coming out to possibly have just a simple conversation here. I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't seem like there will be much change here. You got a guy that's still going out there. He has a couple strikeouts under his belt. He's able to go out there and still perform. This is kind of one of your workhorses that you've been able to rely on all season long. Right now, a runner on third. 2 have been plated already for the Cyclones. Now, both teams sporting an error on the day. So it started off with a neighbor ground out and then 3 consecutive hits here by Ames, including a double right there by Anderson, has given the Cyclones 2 runs to work with here in the bottom of the third, and there's still just 1 down. And now Eric Anderson stepping on up. The second Anderson to look at an 0-1 mark on the day so far, trying to change his tides here. And check swing is still strike. You've got to be thinking getting it in the air. Get it airborne, get it deep enough. You have a guy who can easily scoot his way around the base pass and tie this game up. So if you're Ames, that's got to be your bread and butter right now. Get it airborne, get the tie, and then you still have another out to work with as you head into the bottom third of your lineup. The batter calls time here, calling in the stickiest situation he's been all game long. He's had 2 runners on before, but this is the inning in which Ames has poked across their first 2 runs of the game. And it has made a game of itself here. 3 consecutive hits, and Anderson looking to continue that train. He will not get the chance. That is strike number 3. Efficient work from Calling here in the face of adversity. And he will set down his 4th batter via strikeout on the day. Max Martin, who struck a single last time up, looks at 2 down, but it's still a chance. Took us a good stop behind the plate. We're here in the bottom of inning number 3. Ames has answered here. 2 in the bottom half. They trail by 1. You see the infield here for the Black Raiders. Shortstop right deep in the hole. One of the things you have when you have a guy that's as speedy as Jepson is and has just great handwork, you don't need to necessarily worry about those dribblers to short. He has the speed and wherewithal to catch up to him. That's dialed in there. Now it's 3-1. You see the middle infield in general near the outfield grass. That one, a shot right at first, and Stews with the pickup. He'll capture it and take it his own. And that's how we wrap up inning number 3. It is a score-filled inning as Ames fights their way back within 1. They now trail this one by just that 1 run. It's 3-2 East as we wrap up inning number 3. And we'll be back with more coming on up.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go ahead as we get ready for the top half of a brand new inning. That's how it's worked out so far as we now bring up Quentin Ashcraft to the plate to start a brand new inning. He is 1 for 1 so far. A hefty swing now draws the count of 1-1. That one off the end of the bat gets high, but will not breach the outfield grass. And from shortstop, nicely done by Don as he will go ahead and capture a quick out number 1. And with that, we welcome back the top of the order in Cal Jepson. 0 for 2 has a pair of strikeouts under his belt, looking to change the tides here. And he starts things off with strike one. Kepley on the mound has been efficient, 5 strikeouts. He has been that bend but not break overall, and he finds himself in quite the hitter's duel right now. And he has seemingly had the number for Cal Jepson so far. Jepson with one more strikeout to work with. And the pitch, that one in the dirt. Wisely lays off that one as it bounces to him for a 1-2 count. Jepson had a number of suitors, and in the end, his collegiate path is taken to Western Kentucky. And following Coach Reardon, that one gets lifted right side, and that will be foul. Boy, you could tell it in his body language there. He wanted that one. Because that is one of the more exciting plays. Jepson hits it into the corner, and he just is taking off. The 1-2 instead gets lifted up, and that will be playable in shallow right left center field. And that will be Smith to come on for the catch, and they avoided a big one there as Jepson is set down for out number 2.
Number 9, Jason Claiborne.
Kason Claiborne back on up. He's 1 for 1 with a walk, and he drew an RBI double back in the second. He takes a look at strike one to begin at bat number 3. Getting some clarification there from Blue behind the plate. And Kepley on the mound here for the Ames Little Cyclones. That one in the dirt. Wisely lays off here as we can now draw it to 1-1. Kepley with 44 strikeouts entering today's action. He gets another strike on after already putting up 5 here. So he has 51 on the season so far. Would love to add another strike to make it 52. That one, he tried to get him fishing there. You could tell that one started on the edge, and that's the one that broke off. Trying to get him fishing for something. Here's the pitch. And from a 2-strike count, nice job by Claiborne as he draws it all the way full. And a chance here to continue the inning so far. It's been a quick 1-2. And the pitch. That one is laced left side and gets him a little bit deep in the hole at short. It's not going to be enough. Off of the glove of Anderson at third. And on with a heck of a throw deep in the hole, but that was all he could do just to keep it in the infield. An infield single here for Claiborne as he is now 2 for 2 with a walk.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Kellen Cook.
And now Kellen Cook stepping on up to the plate. He's reached on a single and also stolen a base in 2 trips. He has Claiborne on at first. 2 down, trying to extend the inning here in the top of the 4th. A good swing through that one, but just couldn't connect. The Black Raiders looking for win number 33 on the season. That one a little bit too low. We draw it 2-1. High and Tight is your chance to catch up on all things going across the state, and it's your chance to get highlight reels in. That's right, mom, dad, brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, grab your phones and get them out so we can highlight all the great plays, all the big-time moments that have happened in the sport of baseball here in Iowa. Always looking for that, always looking for those who are closest to some of these teams. So, again, if there's any kind of storyline to be had, we want to hear about it. We want to tell that story with you. We want to help grow this game continually. I mean, both of these programs here have done just that, and we've seen what both of them have done over recent seasons. A shining example of that as we get the 3-2 count. That sails a bit on him, and Cook will make his way to the base pass for the second time here today with the walk. Claiborne will advance to second, and now Chirkus is up on, and he's going to look to help his cause out. He's 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice, and flew out in 2 trips.
Catcher number 8, Logan Turkis.
5 strikeouts on the bump here for Kepley. And he'll get this started with strike 1 on the outer third. 9 hits for Ames, 5 here for Sioux City East. East with the advantage, though, 3-2. Here's the delivery. That's not quite in it. From Tall Anderson Field, it's the University of Omaha Mavericks baseball stadium. Absolutely pristine, great, just overall great venue. Great fun to be had here. Again, this is game 3 of the 4-game slate. Yesterday, we were at the Prongi Classic at the beautiful new North Polk facility. And now we get here at the relatively new stadium here for Omaha baseball and softball. We have a 2-2 count here. And Kepley with the toss. Ooh, he thought he had that one. A little bit of a smirk there. Instead, it's drawn full 3-2. Sioux City has been on 2 outs here for what seems like 30 minutes. And as always here, where are you hearing us from? Where are you connecting through? We've had listeners all the way from Alabama and Tennessee, and that one has to pause things here because it's strikeout number 6. And that strikeout is not only number 6, but it's a big one to get them out of the inning unscathed. So with that, Kepley and the defense here for the Cyclones have kept the Black Raiders off the scoreboard the last 2 innings. They're going to try and get their chance to answer with a second straight inning of at least 2 runs coming on up. We'll be right back.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
.62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here, let's take a look at what has happened so far. 9 hits for Ames, and they've poked across 2 runs in the third to help them ease in and just get 1 shy of tying this game up. Meanwhile, the Raiders were the first, Black Raiders anyway, the first to get onto the scoreboard. 1 in the first, 2 in the second. And that's given them their slim 1-run advantage here through 6 hits. And that's where we've been right now. A big hitting spree for both of these teams. And now it's back on up we go with Ames. And they're looking at 7, 8, and 9 due up. as we get Bancroft right back up the DH, 0 for 1. Fouls that one off here for an 0-1 count. That one's sent foul as well, 0-2. From Tall Anderson Field, it's orange on orange as the Sioux City East Black Raiders in their all orange tops, white pants, go up against the Cyclones in their gray tops, embroidered by orange lettering and white pants. Captured for the strikeout there, and that is a heck of an effort here. Bancroft set down, as that is now 5 on the day here for calling. To bring up the bottom of the lineup here in Landon Dune, who singled last time he came up in the second. He starts things off with strike one. On deck is Reach Ball, who is 1 for 2 so far. And you think if you get that combo working here, I think we've seen a lot of those instances where you talk about a second leadoff guy being in the number 9 hole. I think we've seen that already in the first, well, let's say all 3 games right now. And for Ames, it's looking a lot like that here for Dune. Calling with a toss, and that one will be laced out there into center field, almost identical to his first hit back in the second. And Dune out of the 9th spot, 2 for 2. And with that, we come all the way back to the top of the lineup once more. The third time over as Schmall gets his chance. Again, like we said, 1 for 2 so far. Singled back in the first. As that one is on and hugging the line all the way down. That's a fair ball, and that will be station-to-station baseball right off the bat. A heck of a hit here by the leadoff man. The top of the order slugger gets onto the base pass for the second time here. And now Austin Neighbor, who's gone 0 for 2 so far, looking to add on to the hit train here. 11 hits for Ames. They have just been hitting that ball all across the field. And again, if you hit enough of them, they'll produce. And so far, it's produced 2 runs. And they've diminished what was a 3-0 deficit, now just 1. And that one goes a little too far inside. And the biggest danger of the game here for Sioux City East, as there is just 1 down, but bases are full of Cyclones. As again, Neighbor hit by pitch, his first trip onto the base paths. He lends way to Jackson Kipley, who is 2 for 2. He singled in both the first and the third innings. And a quick conversation on the mound here. Trickus, one of those guys that you can always have a good conversation with. And he is certainly one of those guys that, again, not only just brings calm behind the plate, but really helps with all kinds of things. A quick conversation gets him in the right mindset. And we'll end up having to come back with another conversation here, as Coach Miller will be out for the second time. And that might spell trouble here for the all-time career wins leader. And it certainly does. As Bodie Calling will exit, he will do so with 5 strikeouts under his belt, as he has gone 4 1/3 worth of work. But he will be stopped right there. And that is all she wrote for him on the mound here in Game 2. We'll have a new pitcher to tell you about coming on up. And we'll get that set for you right after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game, because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Sportsmanship means doing what's right, treating your opponent with respect, no matter the score.
The guy across from you works really hard to get to where he's at, so you should respect him, respect all the work he's put in.
It always goes back to the golden rule, treat people how you would like to be treated.
I'm sure if you play sports, you've been around people who are unkind during the sport, but it makes it better when everybody's kind. You're out there playing a sport, you're out there to have fun. You can still want to win, but always be kind. Remember, that's a human.
Nothing you can say from the stands is going to change the call.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The new pitcher to tell you about is Sully Weimer, the junior. One of those, at least 4 Black Raider pitchers with at least a 5-0 record. He is perfect in that 5-0 record. 26 innings under his belt. Teams hitting 158 against him, sporting a 1.57 ERA and 32 strikeouts on the season. He'll be tasked with stopping what is a very interesting rally here for Ames. 11 hits on the game. They've poked across 2 runs in the process, but have a big chance of just breaking it open here. Weimer with the fire, and he will not crack the edge of the zone. Too high, ball 1. Bases are full of Cyclones. East got off to a 3-0 lead, and Ames has fought their way back with 2 runs in the 3rd. And so far, the inning has started with a strikeout, followed by 2 consecutive singles and a hit by pitch. And that has lent us to where we are, a absolutely jam-packed inning with just 1 out. That one gets lifted high. That could do some danger coming on in from left field. And they will get it. Koch out there in left, and they will throw it on home. And they'll play at the plate. It is not going to happen. The ball gets away from Cherkis. And that will be a tie ball game here in this one. Ames coming back, rallied from a 3-0 deficit. It's all knotted up at 3. So, again, Kepley with the sacrifice. Rings up Cullen Smith to the plate. 2 for 2, singled in both the 1st and 3rd innings. As he takes strike 1 on the outside edge. So they traded an out for a tie ball game here. Weimer on the mound in relief of Bodie Culling. Sails that one for an even count. Ames has really they haven't had the best luck with some of their hits, a lot of station-to-station type of hitting, but you know what? They have still put like a huge effort in here. Again, just the volume of hits, 11 so far to this point. And again, if you do it enough, you keep it up with enough consistency, which Ames is, and they have found a way to poke across the runs here. 2 in the 3rd, now 1 in the 4th has tied this game up at 3. And we're on the cleanup spot in the lineup and into Cullen Smith's 3rd at-bat of the game. Again, he singled back in the 1st and in the 3rd. A run scored under his tutelage, and he also stole a base. Your chance to get your Performance of the Week nomination is closing at the end of the day today. We're going to go ahead and take all the nominations and we're going to put it out there for you to vote on. That's right. Make sure you check it out because Week 6 edition comes your way tomorrow on Facebook. So make sure to head on over to the IA Baseball Facebook page and you'll be able to vote on the Performer of the Week. Kate and I give our thoughts here on High and Tight, who we would go after. And you know what, guys? Every time that you submit something, you make it that much more difficult. And it's a great thing because there's so much talent here in the state. The 2-2 count remains, and the cleanup spot in Smith looking to tack on more runs. This one gets sent high, and that will be traveling, and that will be off the net, foul ball. Kind of been a little different story here between these two teams. Sioux City East with 5 hits, and those 5 hits have found a lot of room to roam, and that's helped them to give a 3-0 lead to start. And then Ames, on the other hand, they've just been hitting it every which way, left and right, and enough hits strung together has given them 3 runs of their own to tie it up. Ames looking for win number 15 on the season to even up their overall record. Meanwhile, they're 10 wins in the conference. It's just out of conference that has been a little bit of a struggle here for the Cyclones. The pitch. That one laced and hits the umpire, and now the play has to be made at home. The throw is not in time. And the Little Cyclones officially get the lead here on a very intriguing play. And Jepson having a little bit of a question on that. He's going to actually go ahead and say, hey, let's take a look at the umpire. As he came up a little bit limping on that one. So in the meantime, as they check him out, Smith will be credited with giving Ames their first lead of the ball game. It's a 4-3 mark. And an RBI single here with bases, again, full for the most part here, all except third base. But they do get a run home, and they trade places for places here. Now 12 hits on the game overall. And that's a very interesting play. I mean, Jepson, good wherewithal to get there and try and complete the play on the back end. But that got the umpire right on the side there. Not exactly sure. I'd have to look back at it. But he did not feel good after that hit. So now it brings up Cade Anderson back to the plate. He has grounded out and produced an RBI double. Back-to-back RBIs via the sacrifice and a single has given the Ames Little Cyclones their first lead of the game. And they've done so with 2 down here. The way Ames is hitting right now, I don't know if there'd be very many teams out there that would go toe-to-toe with them. Sioux City East doing the best they can as they watch their 3-run lead evaporate now into a 1-run deficit. And Weimer on the mound here for Sioux City come in relief of Bodie Colling. Here's the pitch. Letter high strike for number 2. Runners on first and second. Ames already with 2 home in the inning. They've done so with 2 out. And now again, stepping on up here, the number 5 hole man in Cade Anderson. Trying to get him fishing down low and cannot connect. So with 12 hits on the game, trying to add more. That one gets away from Cherkas, and both runners will advance here. Now both into scoring position. And again, man, Ames has just continued it on. I mean, they had 5 hits within the first 2 innings, and they have just routinely come out there. They've had at least 2 hits in every inning so far. Make that, at least 2 hits in every inning. They have had 3 hits in all but 1 inning. Nice job by Cherkas being a Superman out there, as snapping that one from going back. And there's been plenty of here at this game where he's had to reach all the way across the opposing batter's box just to grab that one. And now Weimer looking at a full count throw. Here's the pitch. That's a high chopper out there. Jepson all the way to second, and what a play! He was in second baseman territory when he snapped that one, and everybody said, hey, I'm going to get out of the way for you. Man, what a play. Absolutely a heck of an effort to get out of the inning, but not before damage was done. 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th give Ames their first lead of the game. It's a 1-run advantage here for the little Cyclones when we come back.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less, and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations, we have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
.62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside. It's inning number 5 here as we take a look at what's happened so far. 2 runs in each of the 3rd and 4th innings have given the Ames Cyclones their first lead of the ball game. And they've done so off the strength of 12 hits. Meanwhile, the Black Raiders getting back into this one as they start here with Bodie Calling. A former pitcher-on-pitcher matchup, and the bunt attempt with nobody on, and a throw over to first is not in time. Bodie Calling a surprise act here as he starts things off with a bunt single here in the 5th.
Batting in center field with number 4, Cal Chamberlain.
And hard to imagine just 3 hits in that last half inning here for Ames, as they push across 2 runs and they leave 2 on. Now Cal Chamberlain, his bunt attempt goes sour, as he will watch a runner on first and his count move up. So Chamberlain so far in this one has a ground out and a walk in 2 trips. He's made it all the way to second, unable to get past that so far. But he is looking to drive something somewhere. A bigger gap in between left and center, but he goes ahead and lays down a perfect bunt. The throw is going to be in time. Wow, that one looked like it was safe by a step. But Blue says he is out by a step, and that's how we get out number 1. It does the job, though, as it trades a runner for an out and puts a runner on second base. So Chamberlain's sacrifice brings Wade and Lincoln McCaffrey, who's 2 for 2. A runner on second and a chance to try and tie this one up here. These are two teams that is, again, the history and the pedigree of these two teams, especially as of late. Ames, not too long ago, and in Dwayne Banks Field in Iowa City, they had an epic run to the state tournament final against Johnston and put on, I think, still to this day, one of the best state tournament finals that has ever existed, as it was a back and forth battle all the way. Again, Johnston pulling out at the end, but boy, it still goes down as one of, if not the best state tournament championship in history. That one's laced into the outfield, and we'll see if Coach Miller is not going to send them. And a wise job at that one is calling will do all he can just to get back at third. And we are quickly, with just one down, it looks like the East Black Raiders are doing the same thing. They have runners on the corners now. And just one down as Frankie Stoos gets his third appearance at the plate. By the way, McCaffrey, 3 for 3 on the day. He has had an absolutely great game at the plate. Stoos looking for his first hit in the game. 0 for 2 with a ground out, but he will lay down the bunt attempt, and that's just for show as he pulls it back. Still counts as strike one. And the runner moves on over to second. Certainly you don't want to risk that. That's kind of, you see that in the pros. It makes it look a little bit easier. But, man, you don't want to risk that. If you get it into the outfield accidentally, that's an easy run. And in a game like this, you're going to have a tough time as it is. Or if you're going to get in a shootout, you need all the help you can get. The 0-2 delivery here to Frankie Stoos, and the pitch. That one sent right back out of play. We keep it at a 2-strike count. Again, 6 years in the making here. Tall Anderson Field, home of the Omaha Mavericks. That one gets laced right side, and the only play will be to first. In the meantime, coming on home will be Coling, as he will capture a tie ball game with Sioux City East's 4th run of the game. So trading it out for a run to tie it all up, as now we go to the bottom of the lineup in Quentin Ashcraft, who is 1 for 2. Stoos credited with the sacrifice RBI. And that one's not going to be far enough to tempt Coach Miller there at third. Again, Ashcraft stepping on up here, 1 for 2. He was 0 for 2 in game 1. He's already struck a single back in the second. And on the outer edge, I think he may have gotten one there. Nice job by Schmall to pull that one in. The next pitch right there, same spot. Consistency here out of Kepley. He's looking for strikeout number 7. And here's the pitch. That one is roped out there to right field, but coming on will be Becker as he will secure the out, and he'll capture it. And that will be all she wrote for the inning, but not before East goes ahead, and they tie this one all knotted up at 4. We'll have the bottom half of the 5th. When we return, it will be Anderson, Martin, and Bancroft right up next.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone, helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Two hits, one run, and it's a tie ball game here from Tall Anderson Field in Omaha. Host of the Omaha Mavericks. Man, this is a beautiful field, 6 years in the making. And again, one of the better skylines here. Absolutely pristine. And you can see Baxter Arena out past right field there. Absolutely a great venue. And that's where we sit right now as we see a 4A battle non-conference matchup between Sioux City East and Ames. Weimer on the mound here for Sioux City East as he gets dealing. He's up against Eric Anderson in his third at bat. Anderson so far is 0 for 2. Sliced foul here, strike one. So the 1-1 count coming on up. On deck is Max Martin. That one, a slow chopper out there to Weimer. He'll pick and fire to first. Nicely done. Kind of had to react quickly there, and he did. And he gets the first out of the inning. Martin so far ground out and a single, 1 for 2 on the day. If you are Ames, certainly you want to keep adding on here. You've had a good run in the middle inning so far. 2 runs in the third and the fourth. Right now, that one's sent high, and Culling will capture it here for out number 2. Again, Koch will move from second all the way into left field. And Culling trades from pitcher and heads on at second. So 2 down now as the pop up to second will now drive in Graydon Bancroft, who is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one gets lifted out there into left field. That one's tailing, but into the glove out there of Cokes in left field. And that is how we will wrap up the half inning. It was the most stress-free inning of the game here for Coach Miller and the Black Raiders. It was the first 1-2-3 inning of the game. And now we travel on into the bottom 2 innings of the game. The next 2, I should say, as inning 6 looms large up ahead. And when we come back, it will be the top of the lineup as Jepson, Claiborne, and Koch due up when we return.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Broadcast brought to you by the great folks at DMOS. DMOS also giving you all the things exactly the way you want it here. All the great content that iBaseball produces absolutely free for you on Rockfin anywhere you can find it. Of course, across social media and beyond, as we have a strong swing through but empty from Cal Jepson. The Black Raiders fell in a 7-inning stunner as they fell in the final inning with 2 out to Valley in the last game. They now find themselves in a bit of a heated battle here. All knotted up. Cal Jepson so far looking to get another hit, smacked a single back in the 4th. Something that you really can't do is really hard to do anyway is set down the likes of Cal Jepson. And they go ahead and lay down, and there's no movement here from the first base up. That means we still have an at-bat here, 2-2. 1 run in the first and 2 in the second here for East. That one a high chopper and an easy play out there at first. As Anderson will capture out number 1.
Now batting the first base, number 9, Jason Claiborne.
East scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and then added another run in the 5th. And that's how we've gotten 4. Meanwhile, 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th here for Ames. And that's given us our 4-4 tie. Up here is Jason Claiborne takes strike 1. He has been effective today in game 2. He's 2 for 2, is driven in a run with a walk. And he sends that one as high as you possibly can out there into right center field. And a good, strong catch here by Bowker will capture out number 2. So both teams looking pretty strong defensively here as we enter the 6th.
Batting the left fielder, number 3, Callan Cook.
And now Callan Cook stepping on up. He's reached base twice, once via the walk, and of course via the single back in the 1st. And he will have a time of it here. He will move on over to first. Not the way he would have wanted, but he reaches base now for the 3rd time. And that'll bring up the catcher in Logan Cherkas, who for the last 4 at-bats has come up with 2 down. And, of course, one of the ways you know that is by the catcher constantly having to take his gear off. Again, he steps up there with 2 out, but then he has to take all that gear off and get right back into the batter's box. He has 2 down, a runner on first. So far, he's struck out, reached on a fielder's choice, and flown out to center. The all-time high school nation leader in hit by pitch, already with 27 today. He earned his 27th earlier in the battle against Valley. Kepley not making sure he's not playing around. This has been an Ames squad that has really not played around with anything right now. They have gone out, they've attacked, they've been aggressive. And that one's in the dirt. The throw over to first. The tag not applied. But, man, what a dart there by Cherkas. Exactly what you're looking for in a guy behind the plate. Kepley on the mound has had a good arc so far. 6 strikeouts here. And he gets the strike there against Cherkas. Again, 1-1. 2-1 with the count. East and Ames in their 6th ever battle between these two squads. Ames with the 1-win advantage. But these two teams haven't seen each other since 2019, so completely different programs since then. Sioux City East making their first state tournament run last year. First time in nearly 20 years. And there's a strike there. And also in between that time, Ames reached the state tournament title game back in Dwayne Banks Field against Johnston, and again, still to this day considered the best state title game in history. That one is too far outside. And Chirkus, he'll get the nod here to head on over to first. His first time onto the base paths here. And now Coach Steenhagen coming on out. And we may be changing of the guards here, and we will. Coach Steenhagen has to be saying a little bit along the lines of, great job here today. 6 strikeouts. You've done your job in keeping us in the game. That's all you can ask for out of one of your leaders on the team. He has done just that. 6 strikeouts, and he has kept this team in the mix. It's a tie ball game, and we'll tell you about who's coming on up to pitch next when we return here on the IA Baseball Network.
Sportsmanship means doing what's right, treating your opponent with respect, no matter the score.
The guy across from you works really hard to get to where he's at, so you should respect him, respect all the work he's put in.
It always goes back to the golden rule, you know, treat people how you would like to be treated.
I'm sure if you play sports, you've been around people who are unkind during the sport, but it makes it better and when everybody's kind. You're out there playing a sport, you're out there to have fun. You can still want to win, but always be kind. Remember, that's a human.
Nothing you can say from the stands is going to change the call that they make on the field. No matter how hard you yell at them, they're going to stick with the call on the field. So it doesn't really help much, but what does help is encouraging your team when they're down, when the call doesn't go their way. Instead of yelling at the officials, try to help encourage your team and get them out of the funk that they're in and try and get them in the right direction.
.62, Coach, 62. First out. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Thanks for tuning in and joining us, ladies and gentlemen, in the broadcast powered by DMOS. DMOS Orthopedics, 3 great locations in the central Iowa area, Ankeny, Waukee, and, of course, in West Des Moines. Check them out today. New pitcher to tell you about as Tillman Schaefer getting his chance on the mound. He has an empty record through 5 2/3 worth of work. Team's hitting just 105 against him on the season. And he is now tasked with keeping Sioux City East off of the scoreboard here. Runners now set on first and second after the Chirkus walk, and Bodie Calling trying to answer the call here. He is 2 for 3. A bunt single back in the 5th was his last offensive effort. And he takes a look at strike 1. All knotted up at 4, and that happened after Sioux City East came back and tied it up back in the 5th inning. That one sliced foul out of play quickly, 0-2. The game started with a 3-0 East lead after 2, and it did not last long. 2 runs in the 3rd for Ames. They tacked on 2 more in the 4th to grab their first lead, and so far only lead of the contest. And then it was the Sioux City East to draw it once again back even by plating one more in the top of the fifth. And that's where we stand right now. As we sit here, top of inning number 6, 2 down. Sioux City East trying to get back into the lead. Look in the fire on home. That one is sent out there in foul territory, and that was close, but that will be a foul ball. And boy, about 3 of those now that Sioux City East really wishes they could have had back. Up on deck will be Cal Chamberlain. Chamberlain with a sacrifice, a walk, and a ground out here in game 2. This is game 3 overall across the 4-game slate. This one gets lifted high, and that will be trouble out there, and that will not fall into the grass. Heck of an effort there, as wow, what a play. Took him all the way out into center field, but that was a play that needed to be made, and Max Martin made it the same. Heck of an effort there, and that ends the half inning and the threat here from Sioux City East. Weimer gets back on the mound when we come back. And for the Ames Little Cyclones, it's 9-1-2 coming on up.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
More action on the iBaseball Network. Of course, you can check all across social media from Instagram, Facebook, X, all the way here onto the IA Sports YouTube page. Plenty of things going around in day 2 of the Prongy Classic. And still time to check out the Prongy Classic t-shirts. Make sure to check them out today and help out a great cause in the central Iowa area. As for right now, here we go. Bottom of the 6th. We get the chance to continue to move as Landon Dune out of the 9 hole has been as effective as you could ever ask. 2 for 2 so far. I'll take a look at strike 1. And Andrew Brown here for game 3 of the 4-game set here. That one in for the strike. And again, appreciate you coming along for the ride. We're at Tall Anderson Field here in Omaha, home of the Omaha Mavericks. And what a great facility, as you can see behind me. Great room, just a great overall atmosphere, and absolutely love it. And speaking about loving it, Weimer is loving it here as he picks up his first K of the game. He sets down Dune for the first time. Nobody has been able to do that yet. And that'll bring up the the top of the lineup in Reed Small. Small so far has been fairly effective. He's gone 2 for 3. He's reached base 2 times, and he's singled both of those times. Weimer on the mound for the Black Raiders. That one's a skipper into the glove there. 2-1 the count. Again, it was a 3-0 lead after 2 here for East. And Ames, after plating 2 in the third and the fourth, took a lead of their own. But after a 1-run fifth here from the Black Raiders, they tie the game all knotted up at 4 now as we head into the bottom of inning number 6. Here's the pitch, and that one catches the outside edge enough just below letter high, and he said it was in there. Here's the next pitch. That one gets laced out there to third. Lincoln McCaffrey with a good fire, man. He has a good arm to him. You have to have that when you're located at the hot corner, as he'll capture out number 2 quickly. And now Austin Neighbor stepping on up. He's reached base once after being hit by a pitch in the fourth. And other than that, he has not recorded a hit here today. That slice is foul and out of play. Ames again out of the Iowa Alliance Conference North Division. They stand third in the conference there at 10 wins. 14 wins overall on the season. And they have been teetering with a potential 15th win here. They come off of a big win, 10-8 over Dowling Catholic. That one, a hot rocket into the hot corner, and almost a connection on the back end. Just couldn't be completed. It goes off of the glove of Claiborne. Boy, that was a fun stop here. A heck of a backhand by McCaffrey. Just couldn't get it completed on the back end. And, man, you just want to give it to him, right? You just want to give it to him, but unfortunately, it does not happen. The error here on the Black Raiders will put a runner onto the base pass here with 2 down. Jackson Kepley right back up to it. He has been as impactful as all can be. Even when he's recorded an out, he has still been impactful. He's 2 for 3, but had a sacrifice fly back in the fourth. So he's driven home a run in 3 trips, including adding 2 singles into the mix. An overcast sky kind of day. It's been about 40 minutes of sun, and that was back in game number 1. And since then, it has been all shade here, and certainly not complaining on an all-turf field. That temperature does rise quite a bit. You can ask anybody who plays for the University of Iowa or, of course, has played on the field at Johnston. That one in there for the strike. Of course, Sioux City East has a hybrid. They have an all-turf infield and all-grass outfield. Right here it is all-turf every single where you look. The next pitch on the 0-1. Not quite finding the zone here. We draw it even. Game 4 will include Ames and Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln coming on up next. Here's the delivery. That one slices foul right off the glass, and that's why you make it tough glass, I guess, right? Having a call time here. Coach Steenhagen spearheading the efforts as the head coach for Ames. Now going on 10 years worth of action here. That one's sent high. That one's getting on the run, and on the run is Chamberlain as he will secure the out. The final out needed here to end the inning. And it comes after some action on the base pass here for Ames, but in the end, all for naught. We now head to the top half of inning number 7. Right now, it is an all knotted up game at 4 apiece here from Tall Anderson Field. We're coming right back after this.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Welcome back into the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. We go ahead and give you the line score up to this point. It has been a back and forth battle that included a 3-run lead after 2 for Sioux City East. Ames cut that lead a little bit after 3 and turned that around into a 1-run lead after 4. And the Black Raiders put one more on the board in the 5th, and we went through a scoreless 6 to now give you the top of inning number 7, and that's where we stand right here from Tall Anderson Field here in Omaha, Nebraska, as we go ahead and bring you back into the action with Cal Chamberlain. His 4th at-bat here. And he takes a look, and at bat number 4 on the pitch outside. Needs a hit here, would like one to extend things. Be a 5-pitch walk. Kyle Chamberlain on here for the second time here, both with walks. And Lincoln McCaffrey stepping on up. He has been the most effective hitter so far today, 3 for 3, all singles. But he has a chance to keep this ball rolling. He's trying to add and tack on win number 33 of the season. The throw down to first is not quite there in time as we continue to roll on. Ball 1, meanwhile, on the count to Lincoln McCaffrey. The Sioux City East third baseman has gone a perfect 3 for 3. And that one gets away a bit, and he thought about it, but didn't get away that much. So with a runner on first, a bunt attempt, the pickoff attempt is no go. We'll see here. McCaffrey has continued to show bunt. That kind of, again, that puts a little bit of pressure in the mind of the pitcher, trying to make that perfect pitch. The throw to second is not in time. Boy, that was a close one. Kyle Chamberlain picking up a stolen base here. And in fact, on the year, he has been pretty effective. Again, he's been one of the top stolen base leaders here. That marks 25 stolen bases on the year. And the 2-0 count coming on up here to the number 7 hole man, Lincoln McCaffrey. He lays down a perfect bunt. And the only play is to first, and it gets away. Meanwhile, coming on home is Chamberlain. He will score the leading run. And the Sioux City East Black Raiders are back out on top. It's 5-4. Ames with a costly error there. Didn't quite seem like Anderson had complete control of it as he went down. Just escaped out of the glove there. And we have a little bit of something brewing here. I don't know if this is more of a conversation of just calming down, but Smith looks to be a little bit shaken up. It looks like there will just be that conversation here to calm things down. Meanwhile, again, it is a Sioux City lead. They have poked across 1 run on the error from Ames. Scored on the error, And now we sit here with a runner on first. And it brings up Frankie Stews to the plate. He also shows bunt, pulls that one back as we bring you back into the mix. Ball one. So with the lead and still nobody out, Sioux City East still trying to put the small ball pressure on here. Corners are in, and third base comes running in, and that one nearly comes on the dome. That was a close one there, and luckily he backs off of that for a ball two count. He will show, and the third baseman will crash again. He pulls it back, but we call that strike number one. The Black Raiders already with one run here in the top of the seventh, giving them that 5-4 lead. Trying to even up the series between these two teams. Bunt attempt laid down. That will go foul, and we head to 2 strikes. And Coach Miller, where will he be with this? Again, you foul it off with 2 strikes. It's an out. So do you let him keep swinging away, or do you continue to put that pressure on? He will let him swing away, but he won't swing it all that time. Draws the count full at 3-2. Black Raiders have been on a tear this year. This is one of the tougher tests of the season. And it comes against the Cyclones of Ames as McCaffrey will have to head on back. We keep it right here full, 3-2. This has been a wild game. It started with a 3-run lead for East and then chipped away by Ames, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 1 run apiece in the fifth, and now 7th for the Black Raiders have given them the 1-run advantage. And right now it happens with 2 runners on. Stews reaches the base paths here for the first time. And then Quentin Ashcraft stepping on up, 1 for 3. He has all the world to work with here because you get anything moving, and it's a big enough field. You can drive in a run pretty easily from second, as we've already seen. We've even seen several double steals on the day. We'll see how that turns out. And they still go in with the bunt attempt, strike 1. Ashcraft stroke a single back in the second. Since then, he has popped out and flown out. He does pull the bunt again, and he fouls that one out of play. And boy, bunting hasn't gone all the way in favor of Sioux City East right now. They've had a little bit of struggle here recently, so they're going to try and rein it in. There's going to be a free swinging Quentin Ashcraft right coming on up. And the pitch. That gets sent foul out of play. Near the light pole it goes for keeping it here at 0-2. Nearly at a 50% clip. Sioux City East today has been doing fairly well with 2 strikes. And that one too far in, and you can tell not very happy there on the mound as Smith will slap the glove in frustration as we get a bases loaded situation, and we're still nobody out as we go all the way back to the top of the lineup here in Cal Jensen. Jepson so far has gone, he's gotten close. Had 2 hits in game 1. Has not yet got his hit here in game 2. And count that, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, you just don't want to see that too often. The ball gets away, and Jepson, again, professional that he is, will take it, and he'll head on over to first. But Sioux City East, they go ahead and take the lead on back-to-back hit by pitch. As the run goes ahead to score, it's now a 6-4 ball game, and we still this is a recipe for a big disaster inning. That one fouled back here, strike one. It started with a walk and continued on with an error, another walk, and back-to-back batters hit by pitch. 2 runs have crossed already in the inning for the Black Raiders, and that was about to be the third hit by pitch as that one had a good tail to it. And got Claiborne to back off the plate a little bit. That one sailing a bit high and a little bit of control issues here. Smith trying to rein it in and will need to. The next pitch is drilled out there to left field. That will plate one. It's station-to-station baseball as Claiborne will go ahead and help out the cause. He'll pick up his second run driven in on the game as he picks up his third hit. And now he keeps things rolling. It's a 7-4 ball game here for East. Kellen Cook stepping on up. He's singled once. He stole a base, struck out, and he also has been hit by pitch. He has a bases full situation here. There has already been 3 runs to score. Not only take the lead, but they've added some cushion to it. The 1-0 delivery, and that one too is inside, and boy, there's a lot of frustration there on the mound as another hit batsman twice in this inning to drive in 2 runs. That's 3 in the inning. And Coach Steenhagen probably coming out to stop the bleeding here. He will go ahead and make a pitching change. Smith will exit the mound, and we'll have a brand new pitcher to talk to you about when we return. Brought to you by Insolites here. Make sure to check out the great folks at Insolites. It's the LED insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's pick, place, and watch it work. It really is. If you're tired of shocking yourself to test if your fence is working, you don't have to dream anymore. Again, the LED light that you just put onto almost any type of post out there, you run the wire right through it, and voila, that's all you need to do. It goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no light flashing, that means there is no pulse. You don't have to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, nothing. All you need to do is check out Insolites today, and I guarantee you it will be the simplest thing you have done all week. Check them out today at insolites.com.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back into the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again for tuning in. I had a trivia question here for you. And by the way, as we'll go ahead and bring you into the mix here, I got a free batting weight, the batting donut here. Again, sweeten your swing with the batting donut. I got a free one for you. I can send it to you if you help me out with this trivia question. What is the only Major League Baseball team to have drafted 2 Hall of Fame NFL quarterbacks? And who are they? Let us know in the comments here. Hit us up. Let us know. right here at iBaseball, iSports on YouTube. What team is the only team to have drafted 2 Hall of Fame NFL quarterbacks? And if you go ahead and get that right, you're going to go ahead and get this guy sent right to you. It's a 16-ounce weight. They come in 9 and 16-ounce varieties. We got the 16-ounce one here that we can send to you for free. Make sure to get that trivia question in. Get your comments in below. And we're going to rock it here. Let's get back to the action here as we have number 25, Elliott Heights, joining the pitching ranks. He is 4th on the team with 25 strikeouts, 295 average against him through 19 innings worth of work. And he starts things out, ironically, against the nation's hit-by-pitch leader in Logan Churkus. We've had 3 batters hit by pitch in this inning, and ironically, none of them is Churkus. Although that one was very close, it will send the runner on home as that will plate 1. And as McCaffrey strolls on home and captures run number 9, this one is officially getting out of hand. So the wild pitch now eliminates a runner on first, but it does bring home a run. And Churkus with a 2-0 count. Make it 3-0. Again, the inning started, believe it or not, all knotted up at 4. But 5 runs in the inning for East have broken this one open. And it's been kind of a degrading situation on the mound and overall here for Ames. That one in there for the strike. And I only say that because it's just unraveled. Ames was really booking there, especially through the middle innings. 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth. They grabbed the lead and they looked like they were unstoppable there for a bit. But they have kind of run into a roadblock here. And as that one dialed in for strike 2, they have allowed 5 runs here in the 7th. And that is definitely not the time you want to allow any kind of runs. And now the fire on home, and that will be too far inside. That will draw the walk, and Churkus will be onto the base pass for the 2nd time via the walk, 3rd time overall. And now Bodie Colling represents batter number 9 of the inning. Last time he came up to the plate, he popped out, but so far he has 2 hits in this one, and both of them being productive here. A bunt single back in the 5th and an RBI single back in the 1st. Bases are loaded, and we still have nobody out here. And the delivery on home sails a bit on him here, and boy, what a tough situation to come on into. I mean, right now, if you're Heights, you are doing all you can and then some. And it is nerve-wracking. You're going against the top team in all of 4A, looking for a revenge win, and you're stuck in the 7th inning in a tough situation right now. This is something I don't think any pitcher envies, that's for sure. We draw it 2-0. Bases have been loaded here, and it's been that way for most of the inning. 9 runs total on the docket here for Sioux City East as they look to capture win number 33 on the year. That one's lifted out there, and that will get past the left fielder as that will make it all the way to the wall. And we have 1 run coming on home, and we'll get a few more as that is a bases clearing double here as we get more from Lincoln Colling. He adds 3 more into the mix. It's now a 12-4 ball game.
Double from Colin brings to the plate the center fielder number 4, Cal Chamberlain.
We have some more updates to give you all across the land here. We're starting off with the Riverhawks of Mason City. Game 1 of the doubleheader. They just walked off the Knights of Newman Catholic 3-2. That one dialed in there for the strike as we go and are back to turning over the lineup here. As Cal Chamberlain back for the second time, drew a walk and scored his first trip in the inning. And the delivery and the bunt attempt laid down, and that was a close one there, almost nabbed him. So you got to give it credit to it. There's a lot of mind games going on. Coach Miller is certainly one that just plays the game absolutely the right way. He finds the best out of his players, and he really puts the pressure on. And he is doing that here with his team, trying to grab the win. That one bounces off the batter here in Colling. Again, fourth pitcher of the game here for Ames. As, again, trying to get out of this one. Heights, again, pitcher number 4. It started with Kepley, who went 6 strikeouts worth of action. And, again, just couldn't quite get out of the 5th. Since then, it's been a little bit of a revolving door of pitchers here for Ames. They are still looking for their first out here of the inning. It's been a blowout inning for Sioux City East. They have plated 8 runs in this top of the 7th. All with the fact that it was once a 4-4 game. That one gets away and heading off to third without a throw. And Cullen will be set and ready to go from third. Chamberlain with a chance here. He gets the chance to try and do something even more here. So far, he has walked twice. He has had a sacrifice, moved some runners over, but hasn't got that official hit here today. That one right at him, and a nice play out there at short. Dash with a heck of an effort there as he watches that one come on in. Dune with the pickup, he'll get the out, and that was a much-needed out number 1. And not just because it was really needed, but because, again, Cal Chamberlain is a heck of a batter. Now we bring up Lincoln McCaffrey, who reached on an error his last time up. Officially 3 for 4 on the game. 9 hits so far for the Black Raiders. That has helped them, along with 3 Ames errors, to give them a 12-4 lead. 8 runs have come in the top of the 7th here for Sioux City East. This one gets sent back out of play. Again, the Riverhawks walking off the Knights here in Mason City for some Saturday action all across. We'll get you updated on more of what's going on. That one's fouled back here for strike 2. So scores from around the state of Iowa. We have Osage in a one-on-one battle with North Fayette Valley. They win that one in a shootout 12-8. And the 1-2, nice job by Schmal behind the plate, bouncing off the glove, catching it with the hand. In the meantime, it does move to 2-2. Ankeny Centennial over Algona in the Prongy Classic. 7-2. 1-0 Boone over West Marshall in the Prongy Classic. Carlisle also from DCG's field. They take down Dallasina Grimes 4-2. As that one is in the dirt here for ball 3. You have Indianola with a 1-run winner over Ballard from the Prongy Classic. From Merchants Park, Kemper over Woodbine 9-3. Ankeny Christian over Alta Aurelia 12-5. And we have a full count pitch here coming on up to McCaffrey's. Passes that one on a foul ball. PCM over Cam And again, in the Proggy Classic, 13-7, a shootout there. Meanwhile, West Lyon barely edges Sadell 3-2. St. Ansgar falls in a surprising game to Roland Story 10-0. And Sumner Fredericksburg 10-1 over Osage. Is that one also fouled out? Central Lyon from Waterloo Riverfront Stadium 10-0 over Hillcrest. And back from the Proggy Classic, Boone takes down MOC Floyd Valley 5-1 at the Ankeny site. Carlisle over Bishop Heelan in a battle rematch of last year's state tournament opener. Here's the 3-2 and a swing as he runs up the ladder. Tries to go high with that one, but cannot come up with that. McCaffrey is sent down on strikes. First one of the game here for Height as he comes in relief. Pitcher number 4 on the day here for Ames. And now we have a new batter to talk to you about coming on up for Sioux City East. It is Caden Vaklusas. Caden Vakulskas. Vaskulskas takes strike number 1, and he does so with 2 down. And coming in for Frankie Stoos, a much easier name to say, by the way. That one low and in the dirt, ball 1. More games around as we have Ballard in a big win in the Proggy Classic over Bettendorf 5-1. Ankeny Christian over Sioux Central 13-1. And Alburnett over Sumner Fredericksburg at 9-5. A good swing comes up empty there, and we get to a 2-strike count. Indianola over Bettendorf 5-4. Woodbury Central big over PCM 17-4. And that's all the scores that we have so far on the mix. Up and in, some chin music draws the count at 2-2. Kulskas with the bat, and he shoots that one foul. Keeps it at a 2-strike count. The inning started promisingly for both teams, and it was a 4-4 ball game, but an 8-run top of the 8th so far, top of the 7th, has just blown the door wide open here. Sioux City East out in front. And that is a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks will get him out of the inning. But boy, it was the inning from down under. Certainly not one that Ames would have wanted by any stretch of the imagination. And now, instead of a tie ball game into the bottom of the 7th, they have to fight their way up a mountain. They find themselves down 8, and we'll come back. When we do, it will be a 4, 5, and 6 due on up for the Cyclones.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
.62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Again, your chance at a free batting donut bat weight. Get your answers in, and we're going to put you into a drawing. And if you are the one that we pick, you get a free batting donut courtesy of the Batting Donut. And we start things off with a rocket shot out there to short and across the diamond on a nice sidearm toss. That is Cal Jepson to record out number one as Smith is set down. And now Cade Anderson back on up. He doubled home a run in the third and is looking to try and bring some of that magic back. They have just 2 outs to work with here. And they find themselves down in a big way, a huge mountain to climb after an 8-run inning here for Sioux City East. And Weimer on the mound. That one gets hit up high. That one's tailing out there to Koch, and he will secure that one. 2 quick outs here has Ames down to their final out here in game 3. First game went to the Valley Tigers as they doubled up nearly 10-run Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln in the first game. Then they went ahead and shocked the world, upsetting Sioux City East down to their last out. They plate 4, and Valley walks out of here undefeated on the day. And, of course, here we are in Game 3. Sioux City East with a big 8-run 7th to propel them into the lead right now. It's been all Sioux City East for quite some time. In fact, Ames has gone 3 innings without recording a hit after they were doing nothing but earlier. That one will be sent into the outfield. A scoop by Chamberlain, and that will be hit number 13 on the game for Ames. Anderson's second hit of the ball game. And boy, again, it was the last couple innings here, the 6th and the 5th inning, not a single hit for Ames, and that came after they raced off to 12 hits there. That one will get in fair territory, and that will allow runner to get on over and scoop to third. Runners move up now, both in scoring position. And with 2 down, some life here in the Ames lineup. Runners now at second and third here with 2 down. So the Anderson brothers go ahead, back-to-back hits, puts a runner on third and on second via the double from Anderson. And Max Martin stepping on up. He has recorded a single. In fact, actually take that back. We have a new batter to talk to you about. And Leo Jensen, the junior, getting his first trip up to the base pass here. He looks at strike 1 in his first at-bat of the day. And the pitch on home. That one is laced out there into the outfield. It plates 1, and we're going to get another runner coming on home. The throw will not be in time. And the wild throw to Chirkus will get a runner back into scoring position. So 2 more plated here for Ames, and they have chipped away at this lead. It's now 12-6. So a 2-run shot here by Jensen, who comes in and does wonders with the pitch hitting duties. He decreases that lead. Now it's a 6-run deficit as we move on to the bottom of the lineup here. We get Landon Dune stepping on up. He is 2 for 3. Struck out his last time up. And now looks at a 2-0 count with a runner on second. It's been some offense here. In fact, a plethora of hits here for Ames, 15 on the day. They have done everything they can and more, but they just haven't had those timely hits to really break through. And as a result, they kept letting Sioux City East hang around, and Sioux City East made them pay with an 8-run top half of the seventh. The 3-0 is in there for the strike. A 12-6 ball game that started off with 5 combined hits after 1, and it just kept rolling from there, capturing the outside just enough to bring it all full. Dune struck a single in the second and also in the fourth. The next pitch is too far out of the zone. It draws a walk, and runners now on first and second. And if there is a 2-out rally to be had, it's already underway. That brings up the top of the lineup here in Reach Mall as Coach Miller will come on, and he will look to end the time on the mound for Weimer as he will exit a strikeout under his belt as he goes 2 innings worth of action, and we get more coming on up when we return. And we'll give you who the new hurler is as we have a 12-6 ball game right after bat.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
.62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Welcome on back, ladies and gentlemen. We have Kellen Koch on the mound, a 5-0 unblemished record for him on the year, trying to earn the save. 34 innings under his belt. He is the second biggest workhorse on this roster here. The sophomore with a 43 strikeout mark, an ERA of a minuscule 0.61. And he has done so, teams hitting just 143 against him through those 34 and a third innings worth of work. And so we go right back to the top of the lineup here for Ames. Schmall has a 2-hit performance he's working on. And with 2 runners on, he needs to come up in a big way. 15 hits already for Ames, and it's just crazy to think that we're at this point because it looked like it was going to be all the way down to the wire, both of these teams battling it out. And for a bit there, it looked like whoever scored the 5th run of the game would be the winner. But Sioux City East changing those plans. That one gets sent high. This could be it. This one is into shallow territory, and Chamberlain will be on for the win. And that is how it ends as the Sioux City East Black Raiders go ahead and take this one, a 12-6 winner in Game 3. And with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to break down what has happened in this game and take a look at the game to come. 12 runs off of 9 hits here for Sioux City East. They do suffer a trio of errors. Meanwhile, 6 runs off of 15 hits and 3 errors for the Ames Cyclones. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and we'll say stay here. We got the winner to decide. Again, we got a couple people with some good answers, and we're going to go ahead and help them out when we come back. We're going to recap things and get a new game for you right after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the final box score here, as it is Sioux City East to improve to 33-2 on the year. Ames unfortunately falls in this one. They fall to 14-16 on the year. How did it happen? Well, it was a very competitive game for most of it. A 3-0 advantage for Ames, or for the Black Raiders after 2, was cut down after 3 and evaporated after 4, as Ames broke through and at one point led 4-3. After the Black Raiders touched up 1 in the 5th, it was all unanswered from there. 9 total unanswered runs for Sioux City East as they cruised to the 12-6 victory. Again, 15 hits for Ames and 9 hits for Sioux City East. Man, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find too many games across this season where you have teams with 15 hits or even more than 10 hits suffer a loss. And unfortunately for Ames, that's what happened here. As we'll bring you into the mix. Again, it really was a much closer game than what the final score admits it to be. Because, again, through the middle innings, it was all knotted up at 4, and this looked like it could go whoever scores the next run. This was one of those that just kind of got out of hand. 1 inning, and you saw Ames kind of dip into their bullpen just a bit and just couldn't quite find the right moves to make. And you know what? Some lucky bounces came here and there for Sioux City East, but overall, they made Ames work, whether it be hit by pitch 3 in 1 inning or garnering nearly 10 walks in the game. That's what you have to do to win. And Sioux City East made it happen. They took it upon themselves, and you know what? This was a game in which the Black Raiders were staring down the barrel of 2 losses, not just walking out of here with an even split. So, again, kudos to Coach Miller and his squad for punching through and capturing win number 33 on the year. Again, they will exit week number 6, 33-2 on the season. Meanwhile, for Ames, they dropped to 14-16. They'll come up next here in the final against Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln. But boy, it was one of those days, one of those games where they easily could have taken it. They easily could have captured the win, and they deserved it. Again, you will not get too many times that it's going to be hard pressed for you to search through all the games this year to find one in which 10 or more hits didn't give you a win, but that's where we stand right now. Again, it is Sioux City East taking the win 12-6, and of course, we've got a batting donut to give away, and we did the real randomizer, and several of you had messaged in, not just here, but across also at iabaseball1@gmail.com, so really appreciate you for doing that. And of course, as we rolled it around, we have a winner, and that is Kevin. Kevin actually messaged us here on the IA Sports YouTube page. So, Kevin, make sure that you get out there and hit us up, iabaseball1@gmail.com. We'll put it up here again for you, iabaseball1@gmail.com. Go ahead and email us that, and email us your address. We'll get one of these sent out to you absolutely for free. So all you need to do is tell us where's the best place to send it to. All right, that is how we wrap things up here. Ames falling to Sioux City East 12-6. It'll be the Little Cyclones and the Lynx in a brand new broadcast to wrap things up here from UNO's Omaha Tal Anderson Field. Thanks again for tuning into this game, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll have one more game coming on up.